It all started at the age of 14. I was in school that day, and the person who was sitting right behind me, he noticed it. He was like, "Yo, man, holy shit, you're going bald." And I was like, "Wait, what?" No, he's probably joking. A lot of people day by day started to notice, especially when I was out there playing in the sunlight. And it was really, really hard, man. I mean, a lot of comments from people, and especially your best friends, they were like kind of making jokes. And, I got bullied in school a lot because of it. So every day I just come home and I'd be like, "Oh wait, am I really going bald?" And so I asked my mom, and my mom, she was like, "No, you're not going bald. I mean, everybody has that kind of a cowlick somewhere,
Mm,
right? I mean, whether it's kind of fading away or whether it's not. So everybody has that." So I was like, "Okay." I just let it slide, everything cool, everything calm. And then one day when I was 16, I was playing basketball in school. I returned to my, class, and everybody like, "Dude, you're going bald." And I'm like, "Wait, what? Yeah, yeah, you're going bald. Can't you see? Damn, am I really going bald, man?" But then they started to like, talk it through with other people.
right.
So everybody started to notice it then. So I returned back home and I told my mom, "Hey mom, can you just take a picture of my like head?" And she took a picture and then she noticed, "Yeah, oh my God, you're actually going bald." Oh, this is bad, isn't it? This is bad luck. Yeah, I did some digging and then I found out that it's actually called male pattern baldness.
Yeah.
Right. And I was like, "Oh, that's interesting." Um, then I got to know that this comes through genetics in your family. So my dad is bald. He has the same pattern of baldness that I'm getting right now. There's nothing different. Nothing. See, he's 50 right now, right? And he started balding at the age of like what, 35 or something. Okay, he's aged, and it's acceptable that he's balding. Thought about it so much every day. I even started to blame my parents for it at some point. I was in like a state of stress and like depression at that point of time. I
Yeah.
couldn't really control myself. I mean, I was 16, still a teenager, and I'm going through a lot of stuff at this point in time. It was so hard to deal with. Every day I just go to school and get bullied by people. I come home crying, to be honest.
Yeah,
So
dude, yeah.
I, year by year, I got weak. Mentally weak. Like also like physically weak. I stopped eating. I was unhealthy. I was drinking like 5 soda cans a day, maybe. Man, I was insecure. I was so, so insecure. Whenever you're in class, you see you're the only person there who has that. I felt kind of lonely. I felt kind of like, left away from every single person in the class. I mean, I saw people in my class, in my school, nobody was balding.
Mm,
And I tried, explaining it to people that, hey, you know what, my dad is balding as well. And that's probably one of the reasons why I'm balding. But they were like, "Yo, okay, his dad is balding as well. He's not bald."
mm,
So I was like, "Yeah, oh, okay." I thought my life was over. It's over. You're going bald, it's over. Every day I will go to sleep thinking that, "Oh my God, what will people think about me tomorrow? I mean, they're going to see my head. I'm going to look so bad. Those bald patches are going to just, I can't go to the sun and play. I can't like sweat a lot because it gets so wet, it clumps up together, and then yeah, you start seeing more of your head." I'd spend an hour in the mirror, in front of a mirror, and my mom would be like, "What are you doing, spending so much time in the mirror?"
mm.
And not just before school, to be honest. It would be after school as well. Come home, look in the mirror, trying to, hide my bald spots or whatever. You have nothing to do but only focus on that. I would score less in my exams because of it, because I wasn't able to focus on my studies. And it was hard, mate. It was really, really hard. My high school was about to end. So my dad came back to India, and he was like, "Okay, what's going on? I heard you're balding." He also noticed it too. So he told me, "You know what? Let's get you to a doctor. Let's get you to a dermatologist, right? He or she will fix everything." I was like, "Damn, that's good. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Finally, I'll be able to, fix all of this stuff once and for all. Everything's gonna go away. Every fear, every anxiety, everything's gonna go away." I went to the dermatologist. He told me that I'll be going through a PRP treatment, right? But before that, I'll be having to use minoxidil. After the treatment, I will also have to be using minoxidil and finasteride, whatever those medicines and medications were. So I used it for about a year. I got the
Yeah.
PRP treatment done. Everything was good. right? My hair started to come back, and I was feeling like a king at that point in time. Everything was great. It was all awesome. Um, until I always felt I want to be as natural as possible. I mean, how many years are you going to keep, I ended up leaving the medication. And after 6 months or 5 months, maybe, like my hair started to fall. Before my medication, I was only having bald patches from the back, right? Now I started losing from the front. I was rocking that buzz like military cut at that point in time. But then my hair started to fall like a lot. Internet, Google, whatever. I was quite interested on people's stories, and I actually got to find out that there are people at my age who suffer from this situation. Yeah, I was like, damn, people go through the same shit as me. I saw people shaving their heads. That's when I actually started to think that it was a hint from within me that, you are strong, man. I mean, if you think that you want to be natural as possible, then I think you might as well have the guts to just shave it off. It took me a while to just, accept the fact that, okay, this is a moment that I actually need to shave my head. So I ended up going to my mom. I told her, Mom, I'm thinking that I should, shave my head. In India, we shave our heads only when like someone close to you, or when your relative or when your parents they pass away. What I found out is that we do it from a razor. We do that. We sacrifice our hair from a razor, like we cut it off from the root. So I was like, okay, I might not do it from the razor, but I can just trim it, to zero. I mean, who's gonna know? So I was like,
Right.
Mom, you know what? I'm just gonna shave my head. She said, I mean, if you feel like it, you can go for it. I mean, yeah, whatever. Why not now? She was like, no, 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 not now. Do it tomorrow. Take it easy. So the next day I woke up, I was like, my mom was sleeping and I had a trimmer right in my hand. And I came up to her, hey, Mom, I'm ready to shave my head. And he was like, what, at 6 o'clock? No. I was like, yes, I'm down to shave if you're not shaving my head, I'm going for it myself. Grabbed the clip and I just did it. I just did it because I had seen so many people, man, they were rocking it. And it was like, I mean, if they can rock it, why not? Well, why not me? Why not me? Okay, this is the first time I'm doing it. It feels weird at that point in time. Gave it like 6 to 7 minutes, and I was feeling as confident as I can ever be. I'm in college right now, and I went bald, and I told my friends, I just clicked the picture after showering. My friends were like, "Damn, but you're looking clean, man." I'm actually planning on keeping a beard now, and I've started going to the gym. Mate, trust me, I go to my college every day, and I am feeling as confident and as happy as I can ever be.
You said now you feel really
Yeah,
confident, you feel really happy. Why do
yeah.
you think you feel like that now?
When it comes to hair loss, the first thing that people are concerned about is looks, how they're gonna look if they have bald patches. And now I had bald patches, and I was so anxious. I was just scared if people just come behind me, or they were like, I was sitting down and they were, standing up, and I was like, God damn, are they gonna see my bald patches now? What am I gonna do? I can't cover it up. And now by shaving my head, I'm like, you know what? Everything is open. I'm not hiding anything. Right now, I've shaved my head, and it's just out there. There's something about shaving your head, especially for balding youngsters. It just gives you the freedom. People are just seeing it, right? And they know that he's confident in it. That is what makes me happy. And what makes me happy is that I'm not anxious in front of people anymore. Whenever I go to, debate competitions or I give a speech in front of people, I feel confident now because everything is out there. I don't have to care about my hair anymore,
Yeah.
right? I have everything else to care about: my body, how am I going to face everything, my career. So I've got everything else to focus on now. Before all of this, the only thing I was concerned about was my hair. Now I've got other things to care about, and that's quite keeping me normal than before. I'm not depressed. I'm not anxious. I'm happy. Man, if I had done this before, I would have gone through less trouble.
To me,
Yeah,
I think it always happens at the right time. It's easy to look back, and think, wow, if only I'd known, but you can never know until you go through and do it, When this is the interesting thing for me is the confidence, the courage, the sort of happiness, the security in yourself. It was always
yeah,
there. It was just waiting to like be uncovered, right? Like out of the insecurity.
Exactly. Yeah, it was always there waiting, and 6 to 5 years of insecurity, man, and it was so bad. Trust me. And after shaving my head, insecurity just went like boom, canceled, literally eliminated from
Mm,
from myself. The reason why I never really wore a hat, there are a lot of culture festivals in India that require you to take off the hat. I actually wore a cap for like a week, but then I started feeling more weird. I started feeling like I was more of in a cage. I
mm,
was more like I was being trapped in a cage when I wore a hat. So I decided, you know what, the cap is not going to help. Cap is not a good option. Because it's a very brave decision. My
yeah.
brothers, my cousins, especially them, they're not balding, right? But when I showed them this, that I have shaved my head, they were quite surprised. They were like, "Man, that's a brave decision, dude." Let me tell you one thing. That's a really brave decision because if it was me, I would try so many different methods to hide it.
You said you felt insecure, you wanted to hide away these things, but actually that wasn't you. That was just, I guess, the you created by the insecurity that is so natural
By the
when,
insecurity.
yeah, like you said, you feel like you're the only one
Yeah.
and things like that. It's very, very normal. But you've shown yourself, what you're really about. And congratulations on that, man. I'm really, really happy for you.
Thanks. Cheers, man. Cheers. It was awesome talking to
Brilliant.
someone, who understands and has been through the same thing. I
Thank
want other people to know about my story, and I actually want other people who are, going through the same thing at the age of 16 or whatever age, to feel like, you're not alone, my friend. Like there's there is your channel, and there are people like me, with that mentality. You just need to let it go, man. Just need to let it go and just do it.
Really
It's been
appreciate it.
great talking to you, man.